Good morning, ESA, and welcome to Hades 2, a game by Supergiant Games that was officially released last year. And basically, since the release of 1.0, I've been running it and trying to get better at it. Still have a lot to learn, but it's a very fun run. So, some things to go through before we start. The aspect we'll be using today is called Medea. It's a version of the skull, one of the weapons in Hades. What you can do with that is you can Medea special because you load your attacks into yourself and then you release them when you special into enemies. So that's what we're going to be doing to deal most of our damage. As for keepsakes, we're going to be using the jeweled palm, which I find very fun because you can't really control which boons you get with this. You just kind of have a flat damage soup and hope that it works, and I think that's very fun. Which is why the estimate is a little bit longer than most runs are, because you can get absolutely destroyed. Alright, so what we're going to do here is, in order to make this run legal, we're going to salute the oath.
This is fate.
And alter fate and reset all of the regions, so that we don't know what's coming up, we have no idea what's going to happen. Alright, so time will start as we gain control of Mel when we enter the surface. So we're going to start in a couple of seconds now. 2, 1, and go. Alright, so we're starting here with a Hestia boon. I was hoping for Smoldering, because that's a easy way to get one of the 2 Olympians curses that we want. Because one of our build sort of parts is that we want curses, because when enemies have 2 curses, we deal a lot more damage to them. So Smoldering is a very good start, because I don't really like any of Hestia's boons. And now what we're going to do here in the City of Eris, we can plan out our route. So I'm seeing here what I want to see, and what I don't want to see is no story room. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start with the health, because I want to be safe. And in this biome of Ephira, there are these pylons with souls. When you destroy the souls, you release the souls, and they attack the enemies. That's very helpful. You can also choose to destroy the pylons after the room is over, but then you basically waste a lot of damage, so why would you do that? Right, so now let's see what we get with Hermes. Quick Buck is lovely, because more money this early is going to be a big benefit towards the end of the run. Now we get our hammer, and we're hoping for a specific hammer, because that really helps to just put this build together. Let's see if we get it. So we're looking for Possessed Array. We did not get that. But that's okay. We'll do Volatile Array instead. And then I think I saw both a Zeus and a Hera here, and that's perfect. So we've got 3 pylons remaining, so we're probably going to do Zeus, Hera, and then maybe some magic. Magic is basically mana, but they call it magic with a CK because, you know, they're cool like that. So for Zeus, the best boon to get is the special, which I will explain if we get it. We don't get it. Unfortunate. So now we're gonna look into Hera to see if we can get our second Olympian curse to activate origination and extra damage. This is a very lovely room. It's a small alleyway, which means that it's generally quite fast. Unfortunately, we got a 2-waver here, but it could be worse. Well, it maybe couldn't. That was a very long 2-waver, but that's okay. Alright, let's see. So, I don't like that we have Sworn Flourish, but again, this is Fate's win. We just kind of go with what we get. And now for the last room before the boss, we're going to get some more magic. So I will probably be doing some manual Omegas. Omegas are when you channel your weapon, basically. So you'll see here, I'll channel and drop a large skull into the room. And they deal more damage. And what Possessed Array does, the hammer that we want, is that it basically makes you make that Omega happen as the skull gets returned to you, which is obviously very powerful. Hydraulic Might from it would not be bad. I do not wish for Flood Gain. I'm just going to take a lot of money. So, money, money, money. Right, so now we're into our first boss, Polyphemus. This is the blind Cyclops, who will be able to smell you. I missed my cast. There we go. So now we're going to hear the lovely sounds of... Never mind. The lovely sounds of him transitioning, apparently. There we go. So, I don't know if you remember from Hades 1, we had a choice in the Mirror of Night called privileged status, the same noise plays when you activate Origination. So it's a nice little nod back to the first game.
Don't stand in my way.
Also, Polyphemus' theme is a banger. It's a pity we can't hear it. I don't know if you heard of a specific band called Clowncore, but one of those members did the saxophone solo in the end of the last phase, and it's very good. Alright, so now we're into the second biome, Thessaly. This is a very swingy biome, because you can get some enemies that are very slow. But basically what you do is you teleport in between these ships, and you get your enemies spawning, and then you beat the wave, and then you move on to the next ship. Sometimes ships have more than one waves. The first ship tends to only have one wave overall, though. Right. Okay, cool. This is a meta resource, and with my... Okay, that's probably the fig leaf. Yep. So that's the keepsake we equipped in between the biomes, and that gives you... Oh, hello, Selene. Not optimal. So we equip the fig leaf in between biomes, and what it does is it gives you a... I think it's 50% chance to essentially give you a free combat. Have a room with no enemies in it. We're gonna take moon water because why not? And then we're gonna just buy more stuff because we have so much money. I will probably buy more health than I do in a normal run just because I want to be safe for the sake of the marathon. There we go.
Lord Hermes.
Okay, that's unfortunate, but that's fine. More money's great. What do we got here? So the enemies in Thessaly, some of them are very annoying compared to others, and some of those are these one-legged fellas who just tend to run away from you. Another annoying one are the worms that basically work like the witches in Hades 1, where they run away from you and just stand in the corner. Oh, yeah. Sometimes the one-legged dudes are helpful and, you know, jump towards you, so that's very nice to see. Right, there we go. Okay, so in the mid-shop here, very good. You don't always get the mid-shop in Thessaly. It can be quite tricky. Hydraulic Might would be nice here. Nope, nothing like that. Just gonna grab some more. Oh, and a story room. So this is Circe, the Snail Witch. She will give us a choice of 3 beneficial blessings. And let's see, we're just gonna go ahead and... Okay, so this was not the best upgrade of the Arcana. Basically, it makes us just run faster a little bit. I was hoping for an upgrade of Strength, which is... if you've played Hades, you know that we normally use these things called Death Defiances. In Hades 2, we found out that the card Strength, just that activates when you have no Death Defiances, gives you more damage overall compared to the lack of survivability, which is what makes Hades runs a little bit scary in Hades 2. Because you can easily die. And we're already at the end shop of Thessaly. Nice, we skipped the mid-boss, which is great, because if we had gotten a mid-boss called Charybdis, that would have been a massive time loss. Because he takes a long while, lots of phases. Don't know why he's a mid-boss, he should be an end-boss. Here's the second end-boss. This is Eris, Strife Incarnate. I call her behavior Hecate, which is ironic because she has, you know, wings of a bird. And basically, she is wearing the... she's using the aspect of Eris from the first game. Hold on, I'm just gonna be safe and not stand in the shotgun blasts. So she'll be flying around and generally be annoying. But it is cool how they sort of brought some stuff back from Hades 1, like the aspect of Eris. Come on, face. Right. Cool thing here. If you stand behind this pillar, she almost always spawns nearby you. Like that. And there she goes.
Same time again tomorrow. Buzz off.
Oh. And here's our rewards. Lots of stuff. Ah, travel is a lovely combination with what we have. Can we get Flash Fry? No. That one could work, except I don't have any way to restore mana, but we'll think about that as we get to the Olympus biome. I believe this is Olympus, I always mix up the final two. So here we're going to swap our keepsake to the calling card, which is the keepsake of Zagreus, the protagonist of the first game. This will let us rarefy some of our blessings. in order to... Hold on. Just need to kill these. There we go. And now here's our second hammer. Here's where we really hope for Possessed Array. And the fun thing about Olympus, like, you can take those launchers and like do a slam and hit your enemies. The only problem is like they're quite slow. So if your enemies are very far away, it's better to just like mash spacebar and go down. Oh, Possessed Array, perfect. Now we need to find a gain boon, because we do not have enough mana for this. Let me show you. Well, in the next room, because this is a fig leaf room.
The fig leaf took effect.
Give another mystery boon. I'm gonna go ahead and just get more health, because I'm scared of my current health. This looks like Heracles. That's a time loss, because this, sure, this stops the in-game timer, which I realize now that I forgot to turn on. And that's making this run leaderboard illegal, unfortunately, but that's okay. With Heracles here is not going to be an RTA PB, because this is a long room. What he does is he marks enemies, and when they have their mark, if you kill them, you get 20 gold. So we got a total of 100 gold for this. How to you to Achilles? Achilles? It's Heracles. Why am I saying the wrong thing? Alright, this is good, because if we can get cardio gain here, this is less good. I don't like Talos. I prefer the other mid-boss. But hopefully we can get some good Possessed Array procs and just chunk him down. So you see, my mana is gone, and I haven't done any Omegas. But that's because of Possessed Array, you know, dealing a lot of damage at the cost of a lot of mana. So here we're going to try to get cardio gain, which gives us I know it's called magic, gives us mana back with every attack that we do. Oh, perfect. And we can verify it. So now we get 14 magic back with every attack. And that's going to be basically with 2 attacks, we've gotten enough to charge another Possessed Array. So it's not the best gain. The best gain is... Oh, hi Atos. Atos is another time loss, because Atos will just fly around, be generally annoying, and almost always deal a little bit of damage to you. There we go. Oh, that's Sea Star, a boon from Poseidon, which can give you double rewards. So I like imitating his voice when he does that, and because he just goes ha ha ha, yes, sometimes. Like, yeah, sure, ha ha ha, yes, time loss. But hey, it's also more money, and we love to see that. Let's see. Ooh, Dying Wish, not bad.
Fit for a queen.
Now, Zeus. I am almost tempted to take the Zeus attack just for like more ways to apply origination, because right now, if my enemies are outside of my cast, I don't have a way to apply it, and I would like to have that. Because the casts are obviously not a 100% like everywhere application. There we go, lovely. What do we got? Zeus. Oh, you know what? This is suboptimal, but we're gonna do it. And we're gonna do more health here. There we go. That was a very nice welcome to the room. Just all the enemies. Also, Olympus has these statues of the Olympian gods that you can activate. And when you do that, they deal damage. Ooh. And another indeed. Thank you, Poseidon. Alright. Now, we're just gonna go ahead and buy some more stuff before the final boss of this area. This boss is called Prometheus, the Titan of Foresight. He can be very tricky to play against, because he has his little eagle. Ow. Right. So now it's the Simon Says minigame. Right. We're gonna do mid, bottom, top. Luckily we have the movement speed with the special of the skull, which really helps by just making it easier to move around. When you have to run on your own, it's a little bit sketchy. Alright, top, middle, top, middle, top. Nice, very easy. Just zigzag. I wish you could deal damage to Prometheus in this phase. Alas, you cannot. And he just, like, sometimes slides to the left and the right. Right, there we go. Righto. So now we have one biome left in the surface. Thank you. That was a little bit sketchy, but I'm glad I have a lot of health. That
See
definitely
you later.
makes this a little bit less nerve-wracking. Ironically, I don't have the gods required for the boon that's called Nervous Wreck. We're gonna go ahead and grab the Lion Fang and another mystery boon and head on up. So this biome is like it's kind of like the final biome in Hades 1, where the chambers are short and sweet. However, unlike in Hades 1, the rooms are guaranteed. There are a set number of rooms, so thank you Supergiant Games for not giving me Sack Mechanic 2.1 in the surface. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, these guys are just annoying because they... Oh, hi Typhon, I guess. That's the hand of Typhon. We'll be seeing him later. These are the twins of Typhon. We'll be seeing them now. And this is one of the mini-bosses here. So my sort of game plan with the mini-bosses in the summit is just to try to hit them and not get hit, which is generally the strategy you want to do in most games. These two are a little bit better when you have Hera, like I do, because Hera applies the... hold on, which one do we even take? Let's go ahead and take Ocean Swell.
Hail, princess, light of the moon.
So Hera's boons give them the hitched effect, which makes them deal damage to each other whenever you deal damage to one of them. Like, it splits the damage. Ooh! This is a good fig room. Like, this is the last room before the final mid-boss. Oh, the tail. Rude. Alright, just gonna try to avoid getting hit there. And now, the tail is a problem with Medea because it's very, very annoying. And it runs away a lot. But it looks like we're almost done here. If it will let me get it hit. There we go. Good old Tail of Typhon. Definitely prefer the other mid-boss, which is called the Eye of Typhon, because the eye does not move, but the tail does. Which makes sense.
In the name of Hades.
Clearly makes sense. Oh, flash fight now?
Fired up.
That boon would have been really good in the rooms earlier. Very sad. Right, so this is our final shot before the surface boss. I'm just going to grab a little bit of armor and some boons just to get ready. Snuffed Candle is great because the enemy, the bosses are almost always going to be alone. Perfect. Alright, lovely. And now we're into our final sort of end boss of the first run of the surface here. This is Typhon. He's big. He also does not like showing how much health he has left, so he destroys his health bar. I immediately got hit. Skill issue. So he has a couple of transitions. Here what he does is he basically hatches a couple of eggs, because he's the father of all monsters, obviously. So the idea here for me is just to try to get him. So now he's at roughly half health. Zeus comes down, throws some lightning bolts at Typhon's face. And he exposes his weak point, which is apparently his tongue. Now, we did so much damage in such short time that the first transition phase is already done. Right, and now we're going to be on to our final phase. If you stay close to his face, he almost always does a slam, which is relatively easy to dodge. But there we go. That was not a bad Typhon fight. Alright, so that was the scary part in my opinion. Watch me say this and then get killed in the Underworld, but we'll see. But anyway, that's the first of the 2 runs we're going to do today.
In the name of Hades.
And while we're in between the biomes, Stash, do you have any messages?
Yes, I do. I have $20 from Llama Pajamas, who says, "Can I pet that dog? I mean, can I pet that frog? Good luck on the run, darling, and please don't choke this time. I'm too far to bring you water."
Thank you, babe.
And even though they didn't redeem the incentive technically, I'm pretty sure these $20 go towards petting the frog twice. So I don't know how that works, but
well,
I'm sure you can make it work.
Let me show you how it works, because we have a little bit of time. So, basically, in Hades 1, you could pet the dog, one of the familiars. You can still pet the dog in Hades 2.
Hail, Hecuba.
But you can also pet the frog. The frog is the first companion that we gain in this game. Now, this frog has a different skin than the one you see in the Oh, it look. Hold on, I need to. Nope, it just lets me pet it the one time. I'm guessing we're gonna have to pet it after the final run then. I pet the cat for good measure though. Right, so now we're gonna go down into the Underworld. We're actually gonna change up our oath a little bit because we want to add the Oath of Shadow, because that makes one mid-boss in this first biome a lot faster. Alright, starting with Hestia again. Smoldering. Nope, cardio gain right off the bat. I guess that's not bad. Nice. So one thing that you're going to note is that the Underworld is slightly easier than the surface because they added the surface later. And they're sadists. There we go. Okay, Hephaestus, that's nice. What do we get from him? I'll take Trusty Shield. It's just nice to have some guaranteed armor when you're entering any room. And these are what I was referring to in the boats, the worms. They just kind of stay away from you, which is really annoying. Right, what do you have for me now, Hephaestus? Anything better? I guess we'll take Smithy Rush. Let's see. No, I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna take health. Health good, me safe, as certain Usayas said in Hades 1. And it's still true in Hades 2. Maybe not so much if you use a certain keepsake, then it's armor good, me safe. But I have both, so. Right, so in these rooms, we're just gonna try to get our build together, because unlike in the surface, obviously, we don't know what's coming up until we finish the one room.
I grow strong.
Oh, that's rude. I'm gonna hope I have money for the end shop and just take the shop here. Oh, that's actually perfect in terms of money. The question is if we can get... Okay. Can we get the Zeus special? We cannot. Unfortunate. Okay, so we kind of had similar boons, except we don't have as easy of a way to unlock origination. Please give me the attack, not the special. Thank you.
My strength reborn.
I think I might have one more transformation of a minor reward to a major reward. There we go. Okay, more Hera. I guess I wouldn't mind Fine Line, which is a boon that makes my Omega attacks do like a line of extra damage, but cost more magic. Right now, that I don't have Possessed, that's pretty fine. Or we can do that, that works too. I'm not doing a trial, that's time loss. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, a Chaos. I wonder which room this is. Is this Chaos trolling me? Or... No, it's not. Nice. So we basically skipped the combat there. It is unfortunate to miss out of Hermes, but at least we can get Chaos here. What do we got here? These... I think I'm okay with my health. Probably. Right, so now we're gonna get into our first end boss, who is Hecate, our mentor, basically testing us to see if we're worthy to continue. I'm hoping that she'll be fine with me continuing this run. It would be sad if I didn't. Right, so in her transitions, she'll summon witches, and the idea is to kill these witches as quickly as you can. Alright, and this is the second one. Now, you can dodge this thing. It's just a little bit sketchy, but there we go. I avoided getting polymorphed. You can become a sheep, a rat, or a pig, I believe. Alright, come on. There we go. Thank you. Alright, so our keepsake situation is going to be the same in both biomes, unless I get some specific boon combinations from Hephaestus. So we're going to equip the fig leaf here and hope for some room skips. If we don't get a room skipped in a biome, then that's what we in the Hades community, we refer to that as a fig scam. Because we get scammed. Let's see. Oh, nice. So I don't have any more transformations of the rewards, but I get a free pom level here. Right. There we go. Which song is this? Is this between a rock and a hard place? You'll see what I mean later. Very good. Mini shop. Mini shop. Mid shop. Ooh. I mean, it is a mid. Oh, can we get the special now? Oh yeah, let's go. So that's really useful because, like, when you do. Oh, hi Tony.
The king vermin.
I'm not doing anything for Tiny Vermin in Hades 2. I'm doing that in Hades 1. So this was a mid-boss in Styx. It was very annoying then. In Hades 2, he's a pushover. Love to see it. Alright, Hephaestus, what do you got for me? Heavy metal. Let's see if I can keep some of that and not just waste. Nice. Fig room. No, I did not wish for Selene, sorry. Okay. Y'all are very spread. That's okay. Ow. Well done, me. Yes, let's stand in the exploding AoE. It's a great idea, trust me. Already lost some of my armor. Not quite optimal. Oh, this is a great room. Like, look at all these small fishes. If you have, like, the right sort of boon combination, these rooms are, like, almost instant. Especially if they were to be armored. Come on. Unfortunately, they weren't, so they're a little bit longer than... Hold on, we have no money, so we might as well take Hermes. Yeah, this is between a rock and a hard place. When you enter Oceanus, I normally mispronounce it, but I won't for the sake of being PG-13. So this is the Skill and the Sirens, the band holding their concert in the Underworld. So Skilla is the main boss, and she has a guitarist and a drummer. And they have a very nice repertoire of, I believe it's like 4 or 5 songs. Unfortunately, the guitarist, she really likes to basically run away, which is it's not great for time. There we go. Again, this game has great music. It's a pity we don't hear a lot of it in the speedrun. But if you want to do High Fear, then you can probably hear more from the music that they put into the game. They have a very nice song called Bewitching Eyes. Okay. I guess I didn't hit the exit. That's unfortunate. So now we're going into my probably least favorite biome in the Underworld. It's the Fields of Mourning. And the Fields of Mourning are huge. They're massive. So here, oh, thank you. An instant tree is great. So you need to find the rewards first, which it's easier to find if you get the tree, obviously. And then you defeat the enemies, and then you can claim the reward. And once you've claimed, okay, bolstering, I guess. So we're not getting possessed array in the Underworld run, which is okay. Those things happen. So these are called smackers. I think it's because like they do sort of a ground pound, and I guess that makes a smack sound in the Hades universe. I don't know. All right, so here we're gonna grab.
I should be able to get out, I think.
Another Hera. Oh, nice. Big leaf for the mid boss. Love to see it. No, I do not wish for Queen's Ransom, because that would take away the zoo special that I hold so dear.
Just passing through.
This is Echo, the storeroom in the fields. Ooh, do I want Pom Pom Pom? No. That would have it would have doubled the poms on my. Okay, Hera, you really want me to get Queen's Ransom, don't you? You're being very rude today. Alright, so now we're in this. Oh, thank you. A quick tree is very nice. It's been a pretty alright field so far in terms of the tiles. Because I know these tiles. I spent like a couple of hours just trying to memorize the tiles. Oh, we have Nemesis here. I guess it's fine to say hello to her. So, here's Nemesis. She's our friend. She wants to do stuff. I'm not going to let you hit me. Bye. Now we have the next combat coming up. So I think, actually, I might do a slightly different keepsake in the final biome just to see if I can manage to get Possessed Array. We'll do static. I could have verified that. Oh well. It's fine. Surely we'll verify security system when we get that from Hephaestus here. Nice enemies, honestly, in this fields. Not bad at all. Told ya. So security system is very nice for the shorter rooms, which basically makes it so that you get... Ooh, no. Really, I don't have enough to get proper upbringing. I guess I'll have to check my... So, when you get a boon in Hades 2, it gives you an element as well. And if you have enough of the elements for certain things, they cause infusions to happen. Alright, Nice. Oh, by the way, this is Cerberus, our dad's dog. He has been playing in the mud and he's dirty, and we've now cleaned him. Back to his normal self.
Cleansed of his
So now, do I do that? Oh, no, I should be safe. But it's 74. Okay, I might die here, but it's okay. Well, I think I want to showcase what we do in normal speedruns. Where I have Trusty Shield, surely it's fine. Right, so we have this keepsake called the White Antler, which gives you 30% crit chance, but your health gets reduced to 30. So, I now have 30 max health. This is why armor's good, because I'm gonna need it.
The lowest reaches.
Alright, so now we'll see if we get fig scammed in Tartarus, which is where most PBs go to die. So here's the first room. Do we have... Oh, we have spawns. That's unfortunate. Because the first room always tends to take the longest time. Especially when you get this particular instance of 5 satyrs spawning shortly after one another. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Right. We're actually going to take the storeroom. This is not optimal for IGT.
Father.
But we can say hello to Dad and Mum, which is nice.
It's all right.
Apparently he doesn't like the gold. Let's see, what do we go? Oh, Gyaro stash is really nice, actually. So the reason why we don't do this in the speedruns is because this increments the room difficulty, which makes more enemies spawn. But I'm thinking this is a speedrun. I've already accidentally invalidated the run by not having an in-game time on, so might as well showcase that. Alright. And as you can see, we crit a lot with the White Antler, which is why it's very good. And I guess with security systems, I do feel a lot safer than... Oh boy, hold on. Right. Could you not do that next time? Thank you. Right, so we have one more room left. The cool thing about the Tartarus in Hades 2 is that you can choose if you want to increase your build strength by getting more rewards, or if you want to progress in the biome by finishing the rooms. Obviously, in the speedrun, we just progress the biomes. Okay, that's unfortunate. That could have given me Possessed Array, but I guess we simply go with what we can. That was not the right choice, but that's okay. Alright, now we're into the final boss of the entire run, which is Kronos. So I've tried to keep spoilers relatively light, but obviously when you're seeing this, you're gonna get spoiled. So, sorry to those who watch and didn't want to get spoiled. In that case, why are you watching? But don't worry about it. Alright. So this is the final phase, and with Antler, like, it makes short work of him. So you can see he just gets crit all day long, and you love to see it. Alright. Trying to avoid getting hit by his summons, because those can be quite annoying. Lovely. Alright. So, this is the second phase. I'm going to try to ignore the insta-kill, and I apparently dodged it. You can iframe that, by the way. There we go, and time. I forgot to mention that. Bye. There he goes. Right. So, I guess before the, before I mentioned the ascent, I should probably have checked that you could have pet the familiars in, more than once. But we're just going to go back and pet our little frog once more. And then we're going to leave it and hand it off to Fallout 3.
That committing them to words would be such folly as to not be worthy even of attempt.
Yes, I agree. You're lazy. The narrator sometimes just doesn't want to tell us anything. So we're going to do one victory lap around the crossroads, which is the sort of hub. Oh, actually, we don't need to, because we have Kronos right here.
Not every night you meet the fates. Perhaps I'm still in a bit of shock.
Wow. Really, Mel? You spoiled that? Aye. All right. That's it for me. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you, baby, for donating. Please go to bed. It's 2 a.m. Oh, it's actually 3 a.m. Still, go to bed. Right. I'm out. Good night to you, and hello to everyone.